we go. Didn't realise we were back to front then. Hey, just having a tidy up. I just scoffed down my lunch. So, yeah. I've got a wool order to unpack. I haven't had a chance to do it. It's been sat downstairs in the hallway since yesterday. So I've got to do that in a sec. Oh. Excuse my scruffy attire. I just haven't got a chance. I would rather be wearing my joggies actually today. It's just like, oh, my body aches. The glass of wine went far too easy last night and I'm feeling for it today. It's weird that, isn't it? A glass of wine can knock you for six, but a glass of gin doesn't bother you at all. I think I might stick to the gin. Oh dear, so I definitely need my coffees today, that's for sure. Oh, so I haven't really got anything planned. Hiya, Liz. I haven't really got anything planned for talking about today. I'm up to here. I'm up to here and changing over the platform. Missed Saturday Live, so you had to go out. Yeah, do you know what? You weren't missed. You were. I did notice. So yeah, so behind the scenes, I'm changing over website hosts. So I'm in the middle, I'm moving from Wix. There are a couple of reasons behind it, but you guys don't care. You just want to be able to buy your fluff, that's all you're bothered about. And I'm moving over to Squarespace. There's things on Squarespace that I will be able to do and things I'll be able to get sorted out for next year, like having links to online courses that you'll be able to access to, lifetime guarantee once it's been paid for. Ooh-hoo. So once I've got this sorted out, and once I get my module 2 written up and typed up, which I really need to do, but because this is now all of a sudden taken over my life since Friday, it's been a nightmare. It's cost me a flaming small fortune and the last of my money at my Woolly Cottage spends to get it sorted out, because I've had to buy my own domain twice. Everyone knows me as woollycottage.com. And I have paid, I still had 10.5 months left of my domain name before I had to renew it again, because you have to renew them every year when you've claimed one. So I had a bit of a panic and a bit of a meltdown, as you do, because it said that if I transfer over my domain name, I could wait anything between 72 hours to 60 days. I'm like, oh my God. I can't not have a website working, but it's not got my domain name with it, where everyone knows where I am and who I am and where I'm coming from. So what I ended up doing was actually claiming the domain name of woollycottage.co.uk temporarily until my usual one that everyone loves and knows becomes available, it gets transferred over, it goes through a system and everything else, and I had to pay an extra year for the domain, though it means I won't have to pay it next year. So I've got both the most popular at the top of the list domain names for my business, and nobody else can finish them. Even the lady that calls herself Woolly Cottage Crafts on Facebook. 2019 she was established. I was around long before she was. So yeah, so I've been sorting that out. Driving me potty. I'd literally just paid for Wix last week. I've just paid for this new website this week. So that's like just shy of 60 quid. Then obviously I've had to pay for a new domain name in a panic attack, which cost me 16 quid plus VAT. I forgot about that. And then another 16 quid to renew my woollycottage.com domain name to be transferred over, and that was 16 quid plus VAT. And I'm like, oh my God, do I look like I'm made of money? I'm made of fluff. There's nothing financial gain in that, you know. You've just put I have just put your current website into my phone homepage. Yeah, well, we may have a week where we lapse from the .co.uk when it comes up. It's up and it's live. I've just literally sorted out the postage settings this morning. I had to get in touch with Squarespace because in the postage settings they had it all set out as imperial measurements, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to sort it out, and it wouldn't change it over. And I thought, well, this is going to make no sense when people are trying to put orders in, because I can't calculate it British with kilos. So I spoke to somebody. He says, oh, you need to do this. He says, I did that. He says, have you tried refreshing the page? I went, no. No, I didn't think to refresh the page. So it's sorted. So I've, all my American and Canadian ones is down as one the same postage. And obviously Australia, New Zealand, all of Europe. I don't really post to anywhere else, but that's not to say that I can't add it to the postage system. Because that's what's brilliant about the Royal Mail app on your phone. Because you can just go in and type in the country you want to send it to, and then the approximate weight settings that they've got, and then it gives you the prices, so I don't have to go bonkers on their actual website anymore. It's all there for me on the app, which just makes my life a little bit more easier. So now I've got to the point that I'm actually starting to put the products on the website. Hi, Anne here. Sorry to be like, you're not late. You're not late, Mrs. John Rushmere. Far from late. This poor lady's had to put up with me. I threatened her with techniques yesterday. She says, oh, let me get in and help you out with your ponsifying. And I went, yeah, here's the link. And then she's like, no. It ended up with a phone call last night, Joe. I think I've put my foot in too deep. I'm like, I thought you might. No, just stay where you are and do it from the background. Just tell me what I'm doing wrong. Poor Anne. Bless her. I think she nearly had a heart attack. Stick to weaving, Anne. Stick to weaving. Hopefully I will be once I get this stuff all sorted out. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So I've done what have I done? So I'm letting Anne know as well, because she'll go and have a mooch, because she knows how to get onto the website, the new one. She's the only one that's got access to it. So I've done my about. My wall of wool is looking smaller. It is looking mightily smaller. I have got some stock here. It's been sat out in the hallway. My glass of wine yesterday, Anne, there was nothing getting done after I was drinking that and attacked it. Yeah, there was nothing getting done. So I need to unpack this in a minute so you can have a look, see what I've got. So yeah, so the about page has been done. It's a little bit floofy, and I think it's a little bit airy-fairy, because I have to talk about myself in the third person, which really doesn't come naturally to somebody that really doesn't fluff themselves up. And I'd rather egg you guys on than egg myself on. That's just the way I am. I'm a giver, not a taker, ladies. I'm a giver. What else? So that bit's been done. My postage settings have all been done this morning, so that's a headache that I got sorted out, and it didn't take too long. I've done my returns, the information about posting and everything else, that a little blurb, not too much info, not going to overphase you like I did on the last one. What else have I got on there? The ethos about Woolly Cottage and what we stand for and what we like to represent, and maybe future workings. And that's more or less it. It's quite sweet, it's quite short, and it's quite simple. It'll be exciting to have a new website where you have a gift voucher on this one. Yes, I have got gift vouchers already set up. I work with, and I have done for about 3 years now, Julia Inglis over in New Zealand, Sacred Familiar Dolls, and with each of her customers are students who buy her courses online. They do these Sacred Familiar Dolls, and to me it's a little, she based it on like maybe tarot or seasoned gods and things like that. And she does it in a process that I like to think of like a grieving. So you've got your past doll, and then your present doll, and then your future doll. And I think it's about dealing with maybe some sort of grief that you're going through, or some sort of just mental block in your life, you know, when you can't transition into your next phase of your life. You might have gone through a death in the family, or a marriage breakup, or losing a job even, and sometimes grieving those sort of things is really quite important. And that's what she does. She puts it into such a really lovely course that she does that. So anyway, her students get a 15% discount code when they sign up to her course from me. So they all get that. So she gives out that code. So that's all set up. Hillary, if you're on this watching later on, your code's set up, because Hillary takes a code to her Weavers Guild whenever they're doing anything, and she takes my flyers and that, so her code's sorted out. There's one thing that I'm a bit concerned about. I had my loyalty scheme, didn't I? I just started that this year when I upgraded my website. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the loyalty scheme and calculate what points everyone's got. And then if I arrange for people to message me, like either DM or whatever, at a later date, on one of, I'll mention it on my live chats, to drop me a line, and then I can give you a discount code, because I don't think, and I haven't noticed it, a loyalty scheme on this new website. And if there is, it won't be transferable, because it's been a flaming nightmare. You're going to all have to subscribe to the new website, because the way that the two platforms work, Wix and Squarespace, there's a file that you transfer all over my stock to a new platform. It won't do it, because apparently according to one, they've not got it right to the others. So they do, it's not worked, put it that way. And there's no other way that I can do it but manually, which is an absolute nightmare. And I can't transfer over my contacts neither, everybody that subscribes to the website. So I can't subscribe them over neither. So everyone's going to have to do that. There's a proper login space at the top of the screen, and there is a proper basket. So once you put something in your basket or in your trolley, you can go back to your trolley, ladies. So it's all there. There's no drop-down menu box anymore. At the top of the screen, and whether you're on the phone or if you're on your desktop, there's a I think I need to go in and darken up the wording a little bit. I'll figure out how to do that later on. But you'll get a list along the top, and it starts off with the usual art bats, rovers and blend sets, blah 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 blah. And then when you get to hand sewn 3D accessories, they'll have drop down links on those. One for 3D printed bobbins and niddy noddies, and the other one for hand sewn items. Like it could be my wraparound pinnies that I do for spinning, which I haven't made anything for a while, but I'll get my backside in gear next year. So yes, so there's those sort of things. So it comes across as quite clean lined and clean cut. And Anne, you said the other day that you like the way that you could just go straight to the bats and look through it all now. It's just a lot more flow to it. And she was saying as well, the pictures are coming up like that in more detail. They're exactly the same pictures, just different profiles. What else is on there that I haven't been able to swap over? There's no live chat box that I'm aware of. If you guys see one on there when you go on, let me know. It'd be nice. But as far as I can see, there's no chat box. But you can drop me off messages and things like that down the bottom of the homepage and email me. Yeah, that's all I can think of at the moment. I've not been able to figure out if it's possible to do, and I'll probably have to message them again tomorrow, to do my usual, it's okay if we have to subscribe again, no biggie, yeah. And once you subscribe once, there's no need to resubscribe again and again and again, even at cart. I do notice that, and it doesn't make no blind bit of difference. It makes no difference whatsoever. If you're logged in, then it'll keep your order, you see. What was I going to say then? Yeah, I need to find out, because usually I have free postage for orders that are £50 or more. I have got that set up. We will have a wish list option. Yeah, just message Jo. She'll make the wish list up for you. I haven't seen that, and do you know what? Not many websites do that. But I think if I go and join the group on Facebook, it might be something I might put in for suggestions for them to do and get put in place. It would be nice. The wish list would be good, wouldn't it? Instead of pieces of paper all over the flaming place. And with the fact that I only usually do one of everything on the website, though I did do 2 bats the other week, didn't I? So yeah, so it's all coming along. It's all starting to fall into place. I'm hoping that my woollycottage.com domain gets transferred quicker rather than later. Otherwise it might get a little bit confusing, because then it means I've got to go into my Google business settings and change that over and then change it again. So yeah, so it's if I can get that sorted out, because I'd rather get yous all on the website next Monday when I put new listings up, because I've got these pink to make the boys wink. Look, fuchsia pink or neon pink. So the ends haven't been put in yet. I have to put in the bearings afterwards and then glue this into place. But yeah, so I've done 3 of the 6.0 pink bobbins, and I've done a set of the little pink nano bobbins. They're a little naughty, aren't they? They do look naughty. So yeah, so you've got Joe, you're so childish. Yeah, you've got pink. If nobody else can see this, then I'm crying. I'm crying. The little pink nano bobbins. Oh, for either your nano 2 or your 1 or your starter one. So yeah, I know. It's so naughty. Oh dear. So yes, there's a set of 3 of these, and that's how I'm selling them. If you just want one, then let me know. But generally they'll be done as sets of 3. So they're on there. I've just printed off some lime green metallic. Look like glasses. Sure, there's a cartoon character from years ago that looked like that. Yeah, so there's a lime green one, so I'm just printing off. I've done a lime green yarn bowl as well. You can see that metallic shine off of that. I've got some new filament coming today, which is coral and a gorgeous blue. So I might just have to print myself off a load of stuff first before I do anything for anybody else. You've got the green 6.0 bobbin, and I've printed off, I think, 1 set of these. Wish list and gift vouchers. Yes, I can arrange the gift voucher ones. They are on there. That's my last thing to sort out. It was always useful, but we'd just be happy to support you and get some of your fluff. No problem. Thank you very much. So they're pink niddy noddies, and I've done the extensions. I will do another set of these, but I don't want to do too much. Because I don't want to overstock myself with stuff, because they don't, the 3D printed stuff, they take a whim, they go now and again, and I've got nowhere to put it all, is really what I need to say. I've got nowhere to put it. My concerns are at the moment, which is not a massive thing, but I can't do my usual 6-month and yearly payment plans for my Batty Clubs. Now, I have created a listing in the shop for Batty Club subscription, and I will do them, but I think I'm just going to stick with the single month and 3-month subscriptions all tallied up together. Elephant trunk and ears. You don't know what I'm thinking about. Well, obviously you ladies are far too old and mature to understand what a pair of pink balls and a diggly bit does. Oh dear me. Oh right. Honestly, I'm giddy because my head's done demented. Yeah, so I'm a little bit concerned about that, but I have got everyone's names written down for things that are redone. I have printed off all the Christmas Advent people, and the 2 that paid in instalments, they don't get a receipt. So they're all ready anyway. They just need all posting. So yes, just in case anything happens to the old website, I've got all the details there. But yeah, Batty Clubs, I'm a bit miffed at that, but my background thing, prepayment plan, subscription thing, is online video workshops that will be linked to my YouTube channel into a private videos that can only go via this code. So that's what my plan is for next year. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. There's new lists on the website and that, so new categories of stuff. So it's all go, girls, it's all go. I just need a minute. I just want to get it over and done with, and then I can get back on with my studying. And Phil's back this afternoon, so I'm not going to get any peace. And he's off tomorrow, so I don't know how much work I'm going to get done tomorrow. So yeah, I've been doing these. I need to get them done. I need to get 1 more printed off of those little ones. Yeah, the little nanos and tubes. Let's open up this fluff and see what Joe's got. Let me close my tablet down. Move you rowdy, naughty lot of 3D printed stuff. Hiya, Lil. Yeah, Joe's got her giddy head on. It's because she can see over the hill now. She's nearly there. Oh, right, let's have a look. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever done. You're new on this chat. Oh, well, you're very, very welcome. Elizabeth's here and Anne's here, but she comes up as John Rushmere. But we call her Mrs. John. No, you've got a lovely gang here, and we're all a bunch of lunatics, and we all like wool, and we like to play in wool. We'd like to sleep in a big box of wool, but we don't think it's practical, and that our husbands would never like it. So I'm just opening up a box to see and remind myself what I ordered stock-wise. Batty clubs this month. What was it? De Janeiro. And I have found I'll do a sneak peek for this month's Batty Club stitch marker. I found this lovely lass from Ireland, new shop on Etsy, and I ordered these because obviously it's October and I am doing Rio de Janeiro. But the lass is called Cat's Whiskers Crochet. Oh, that's a bit small for me to read. Just bear with me a second. You'll find her she's on Instagram, but she hasn't got really any followers. I think she's only just started up her Instagram account. Very new Etsy shop. And I just, by happen chance, came across it the other day because I was looking for something a little bit spooky for October Batty Clubs. And I spotted these. And I thought it was just so cute. Let me see. Come on, film, behave yourself. So there's a little ghost with like a pearlescent insert in the middle of them. On a lobster claw, because I always think a lobster... No, that's not a lobster claw, that's a hook back, or whatever it is, a lever back. Which I think the lever back's always the best hook to have, no matter what crafts you're on. And you know what I find them handy for? You know when you're weaving... and you want to change colours in between, like in block sections, and you know that you need to measure out or something. I always find it's quite good to use something like this. I know it sounds a little bit bonkers, but I use my stitch markers for when I'm weaving. It's even got on the back of it. You can see his little arms on the back, and her name is, I can't see, the Cat's Whiskers Crochet Stitch Markers, and you'll find her on. It's Laura, her name is, and you'll find her on Etsy at Cat Whiskers Crow Store, CRO Store. Go and give her a little look up. I followed her the other day on Instagram. I'm going to order some more bits off of her, probably for Christmas Advents, for the Christmas December Batty Clubs, because they usually go out early. So then I've just got them out the way, and it means I can take literally the week up to Christmas off and then New Year's week off. Because Wobbetide Joe has any time off at Christmas. And you know what? She won't get anything done that she wants to do. She never does. All she ends up doing is sitting up in and tidying out the workshop. So yeah, so I got them from Laura. Go and give her a little look up. You'll find her. Or I'll stick her name in my descriptions later on with the name to the shop as well. We'll try and get her a few followers and some new orders. So what we got? We've got Gold Angelina. Got to have Gold Angelina, and I've got Christmas Snowball Bat's got to come yet. Blue Angelina. So I'm thinking Christmassy, Christmas balls, blues and golds, and maybe some rose goldy sort of colours if we can get it going. What else have we got? We have got Peppermint Corridale. I have picked up Citric Green, Raspberry, and you know what's really good at the moment? Wilda are doing their orders. They reduce them. You can buy 100-gram coloured rovings or 50-gram coloured rovings. $1.79 I think they are for the 50 grams, which if you've got not much money for buying your stocking but you desperately need the colours, it's flaming perfect. That's brilliant. So I've bought a load of little 50-gram bundles this time round, because sometimes I just don't need lots and lots of the same colour. What's this one? Sapphire Blue, Ruby Red. You can see when I'm going with this, can't you, ladies? And just watch, like every year I do Christmas bats and nobody ever buys any Christmas themed bats. Mallard green. But then again, I love red and blue and pink together. I think they make the most amazing looking colour blends. Right, so what else have we got? We have got a deep blue. That's my citrus. Let me pop it over here because actually I'll fling him over there where they're supposed to go. Otherwise they'll just sit in the flaming box until next week and I'll be wondering where all my wool is next Monday. Although I can't find a seat in my room. Yeah, so we've got Mallard on Corridale. This one, I love this. I think I've still got some up there, but they had it on sale, so I bought some more because why not? Natural grey merino with an iridescent stellina all the way through it. It's one of my favourite ones, especially if I'm doing a dark version of the mermaid or the unicorn. It's really nice to have that in there. Or even if I'm doing like a moody, cloudy sort of colours, the blues and greys in it. That looks really nice. So we've got that one. It's landed on the floor. Aqua green, mustard yellow, Corridale Cerulean. Probably scared Lil now by now. She's like, God, who is this lunatic on my TV? Another mallard. You see, now I must have bought 100 grams because they sent me in 250 gram packs. So they must have just done a massive job lot of 50 gram sections. You don't like red and green, sorry. I'm bar humbug as far as Christmas is concerned. I can't stand Christmas. I hate it. It's a horrible time of year. I like New Year's Day. I say this every year. New Year's Day's my day. And that's because I'm Scottish. I know the accent doesn't say so, but I've lived all over the country and in Europe. And I have lost my accent over the last years. But if I have a whiskey in me, or I start speaking to somebody else who's got a Scottish accent, certain words to say are Scottish, like saying Scottish. But I was brought up over in Edinburgh when I was a kid, and I lived in Stirling for a little bit. And then as an adult, I lived in Lanarkshire for X amount of years, but I was brought up in the armed forces, so we were moved around like baggages, like bagginsies. Yeah, more mallard. What else have we got here? Another tanzanite. Why is there two tanzanites? Purples. Yeah, no, green and blue. The green and red, I never bought that with in mind for Christmas stuff anyway. They're for mixing with colours like blues. Blues and greens. You like this one? Yeah, I've got this colouring dye downstairs, so I might dye up some extra to stick in with that citrus. So, you know, I flung them over there and I need it now. See, I like bright loud purples, the citric tones, like them. Oh, a minute, like that. You love my stock control where you're hurling that stuff off in the corner on top of the workbench. I would aim for my pigeonholes, but there's just no chance. Yeah, this is sorting out my stock. Right, so we've got these damson. We've got the citrus. I love citrus and purples together, and citrus and blues. I love that colourway. Then we've got amethyst purple. Oh, I've ordered 200 grams. I don't remember ordering 200 grams of it. But hey ho, you can never have too much purple. We use that around. And mink, I love this colour, this skin colour. This is the base that I usually use when I'm doing like my essence of shell sort of look. So those ones. So let me see if I can find one. Let me see. Yeah, this. Oh, go away. Not that. This one, probably. And this one. So these bats usually have. Excuse my scruffy attire, ladies. I'm busy today. Yeah, this one has these sort of colours in there. Those really soft, subtle skin tones. I think they just look really lovely. And if you added more undyed yarn, like a merino to it or something like that, it really does make these little colours pop. And it's lovely in babies' cardigans or babies' blankets. That's what I always think of when I make these, and it's so, so soft. But yeah, so it's got, you can just make out there, it's got that nude colour in it. So that's what I use them for. You like the one with the bits in it, the light blue green one? Or that I flung over there with the natural grey. This one's another one of those with these natural hues in it. So this has got, if I remember rightly, you'll now and again, I'll write in, if I just use a mix of dyed wools that I've got just sat there and I haven't got any rovings to dye up, or I'm just not feeling inspired that week, and I'll do something like Au Naturel or Essence of something. Well, this one is, it's actually called Bridesmaid. I did the bride, that sold last month, and I've got the bridesmaid here. And this one's a base of natural colours. So you've got like a really light sand tone in there. And you've got a really soft, it's called cloud grey. It's not grey, but it's not a white neither, and it's not a natural. It looks white, but it looks like a fluffy cloud in the sky. It's that type of colour grey. So it's not a pure white, but it gives the off look of a white. So yeah, so I like these ones. These ones are really calming and soothing, because I don't need any more colour in my life. I need calm. Right, so yeah, so there's the mink in there. That was Morgana. I need to put that back in there. Yeah, this pink one's called Morgana. I've literally just put it on the new website. What else have we got in here? Creme brulee, so merino and soya fibre, which I think might be getting converted into some hand-dyed rovings, because I haven't got any rovings left. Well, I've got this bit, but I've been using it for blending with. So I think I might next week, because it'll just take the pressure off me if I just do some blended rovings, and I'll do 2 of each. Yeah, I'll do 2 of each of them on rovings, of 2 of the colourways each. And then if you want the option to buy them as 2 together and not as one listing, let me know. You know what I do. I sort it out and amend the pricing for you, because you get knocked off if you buy the 200 grams instead of 100 grams. It works out cheaper. Macaroon. Macaroon is merino and bamboo. So I've got 400 grams of that. I have got, that's not going to stay up, but Joe, why do you keep putting it up in the same flaming place? I have got 400 grams of Como, so I'll probably dye that for next week. And I have got some Weisshorn. Weisshorn, it is merino and silk and kid goat mohair. So I've got 200 grams of this one. I think I'll dye that in 2 different colours, because it's quite an expensive wool. So there's that one. I have got 23 micron merino and cream crunch, which is merino and tencel. Then I have got, what's this, Dada Meritos by Declan. This looks like some sort of bamboo merino blend. This is new. This is the new one. Ooh, ooh, look at that. That'll look nice with dark blue. That would look fantastic with that tanzanite. I can see me having to dye up some. See, this is me because I love, I haven't got out this phase yet this year. I love that coral and blue and coral and turquoise together at the moment, or a dark blue and rusty orange. I haven't got out the phase of it. So that's why I've ended up buying that. It's gone. It's been launched. And I bought a couple of packs, multi-packs of just bits and pieces for blending with. So that's the unicorn mix. And what else did I get? Oh, I had to stock up on my bamboo colourings. I couldn't quite afford a full set of Tussa Silk, but I've got my pretty ones that I like over there. I've got like this really soft dusky blue, and I've got the really soft skin toned dusky pink Tussa Silk, so I'm fine with that. But I'd run out of these. I've only got like 3 inches left of that green left, and I do like them for adding in just a splash of colour now and again. So I've got my bamboo that I'm going to have to sit and braid up, and then the Very Berry selection, a mixed bag. Yep, so that keeps my purples all topped up. But these are really good. I've got fluff in my eye. These little sets like these, there's only 250 grams in them, so it works out that I think, 250 grams is 1, 2, 3, maybe 35 grams or something like that, 40 grams each of little roving samples. But honestly, I've got fluff stuck in my eyelashes. But they're perfect for blending up with any hand-dyed roving you've got. So if you dyed up 100 grams, I look like a mole without my glasses on these days, I tell you. So this was 100 grams roving that I split down the middle. I used one half of it on a blended back the other day, and this is the other half I've got left over. And with this sort of thing, I would use one or two colours out of that blended in. So look at that. Very, very similar match. So I'd add that in there. And then there's a bit of that really bright pink in that pack. And then I would add in maybe one of these purples into the top there to make a shepherd's delight, and then maybe add in a little bit of these. So what it does is it helps me spread out this bat from just being like 70 grams to anywhere up to nearly 140, 150 into a blended bat. So that's how I do it. I give away far too much, honestly. Too many secrets of the trade are given out in this channel. Got to get myself strung up one day, lynched by other dyers, honestly. Oh, so I should get them sorted. No back chat. I'll get them sorted out in a bit. This is what I love about me, about you, Joe. You don't act all secretive about your fluff sauce, and you share your processes with us like we are friends. So refreshing. It's really interesting for you too. Yeah, to be fair, I have advised freely over the years to people that wanted to start out. And I've tried to boost them on by doing collaborations and stuff like that with them. And it's not really worked out, but I'll keep on trying. Sometimes I find that once, as far as I'm concerned, there's only so much I can help somebody with information that they've got to go and fly off on their own. And I do get to that point of like, I start to ignore messages when it's like, what do you think of these colours together? I'm feeling uninspired. I'm like, welcome to the club. I've been doing it for years. You've only just started. You should be like full of joy and have thousands and thousands of ideas in your head. Not be asking me what colourways to use for a picture inspiration. So I do get to a point, I have a cut-off point where I just won't help anymore. I'll support from the sidelines, but I will not help anymore. It's like, go fly off, little bird. Nah, I can only help so much, because then it starts eating into my own personal time as well, because I'm getting messages like 10:30 at night with screenshots from Google colour palette. What do you think of this? I was thinking of this colour selection to go in with it. What do you think? And I'm like, it's your colours. You go and do what you see. I can only see what I can see, and I'm not translating it for you. I'm not doing that anymore. Go on. Go do it yourself. At the end of the day, there's a lot of hard work that goes into doing this. And it's not like a bricks and mortar building shop where people say, if you don't make it in the first year, you're never going to make it. There's honesty to my work. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Yeah, with a bricks and mortar shop, they say that generally it takes a year for you to make or break. I think that's an underestimation. I think it should really say 2 years for you to be established. When you're doing what I do for a living, if you can't get to wool fairs, you've got to find an alternative source. For me, it's YouTube, and now next year, fingers crossed, it'll be online workshops with video links, and I won't be doing them expensively neither. I'm going to be doing them as a budget friendly, which means that hopefully more people want to buy them. And I need to have a little chat with some people behind the scenes to get their ideas. So Liz, I could be coming your way. So yeah, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of man hours. And even though you could be sat downstairs eating your dinner and it's 5:30 and you've got on your website that you closed at 6, people still message you an email and want to get an answer, especially if they're in a different time zone from you. And you have to answer them. And by the time you've finished, your dinner's gone cold. Or you're running up the stairs to go and pack an order or go and check on stock for a customer. So it's constant. I mean, not every day's like that, don't get me wrong, but there are days where you feel like you don't get a minute. It's like having 20 kids in the house, as well as next doors. Honestly. But I love it. I do enjoy it. There are times when I feel a little bit deflected, but we're all in the same boat. It just takes a lot of hard work to do, and determination, and what's the other word? Self-motivation. You've got to want to do it, and you've got to have a reason behind doing it. And it's taken me, as Woolly Cottage now, the official Woolly Cottage, 5 years to get here. I've got another 5 years until I become as famous as Nicole Frost and Di Candy, as in a household name through our environment. It's not that I say I aspire to be them, but it'd be nice if I can be like a name that if somebody mentioned me at a guild, they're like, oh yeah, I know who she is. That would be nice if I could get to that stage. But I'm still only 48. I'm still a baby. I've still got lots of time ahead of me. And if this is as high up as my business ever gets, then we'll cross that bridge when the time comes in a few years when Phil retires. I might have to go back out to work part-time and this just become my part-time hobby. Who knows? Anyway, I think I've been on here ages. 40 minutes, that's not too bad. I thought I'd been on here longer than that. Yeah, if you want to do this, go and do your research. Go and double check as well business names, because this is what I did. When I first started out, I actually did a Google search for Woolly Cottage. I went onto Facebook and I did a Facebook business search for Woolly Cottage, and there was nobody that I could find. I did it on Instagram, did it on TikTok, did it on YouTube, and there wasn't anybody out there with the same name as me. There is now, and she started up 3 years ago, 2019. So yeah, but she spells it slightly different. She calls herself Woolly with 2 L's and a Y, and then Cottage, and then Crafts. And the first time I spotted it, because I was tagged, somebody tagged me on her page, and my heart jumped. I was like, oh my God, how close is that to my actual business name? I had to stop myself from messaging her and saying, could you not just actually spend the time and gone looking to see if anybody else had a name very similar? I didn't, but I do get miffed now and again because I made sure that I wasn't treading on anybody else's toes. So yeah, if you ever come up with a name for your own little business niche, whether it's to sell your own designs or your own knitting patterns or whatever, it doesn't take 5 minutes out your time to go and check Facebook, go and check Yahoo, go like search engine, Google search engine, Firefox search engine, whatever search engine you use. Go and do an Instagram account check. It don't cost you anything, it's free. Just do a search for them and just see if anybody comes up with a similar name to the one you're thinking of or hoping of, or if a similar, it sounds the same but spelt differently, because even then that can still count that you're treading on someone's toes. And some people have actually got their names copyrighted, so you could legally be treading on their toes as well. Not everybody declares it. You first bought from me on Etsy. That's 2018. Yeah, that's got to be 2018, hasn't it? It must have been. Yeah, it was 2018. That's when I opened up my Etsy shop. That's how long it is. So it has been officially 5 years. Early summer just gone. Before that, I was selling on Facebook, just as my little self. Yeah, God, honestly, my head's buzzing. I'm gonna go off and go get myself chilled out. Phil will be home soon. He was an hour ago at Birmingham and the clouds had just opened up, so he needs to get past Manchester for the rains to stop and for him to start seeing the overcast skies of Cumbria again. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to go and pop off, and I've got wills to die tomorrow. I've got to go and do a bit of shopping tomorrow, and then I'll see you on Saturday. You've only got Janet to blame. You've only got Janet to blame. I haven't got anyone to blame. Actually, I have. 2016, Grace Shalom Hopkins on YouTube popped up on my timeline, and she's the reason why I now do spinning and dyeing. It's all her fault. Yeah, I got her to blame. Because if that hadn't come up on my timeline when I was feeling sorry for myself and housebound for 6 months, I'd have never even known that there was such a thing as a drop spindle. So that's my fibre journey. Right, well, I'm definitely off, ladies. I shall catch you on Saturday, and hopefully my domain name gets sorted out before Monday. Then I don't have to list with stock on 2 flaming websites. Take care of yourselves. Be good. If you can't be good, blame somebody else. Take care. Bye.